All right, so here on this video, I will walk you through how you can use a new API that we created at Growthens, and it's called ChatGPT Conversion API, where you will be able to continue the ChatGPT conversation using the memory key. I'll show you how you can use that. What you need to do is you need to head out to the actions. How does you that you will have a trigger? So the action search for Growthens. There is an option called app called Growthens API, so you would have to click on it. Then search for start conversation. So here is the action. Right now they are private, so by the time you are watching this video, either they will be public or please do wait for a couple of days, so they will be public. When you click on connect button, you would be prompted with something like this. You would have to click on this particular link in order to get the API token. Once you get the token, you just have to enter this over here. And right now I do have the API connected to PabblyConnect already. What I need to do is I would need to click on save button. Now what we need is open API key, open AI API key, right? Which I can get by going to this link and I would click on create new. And please don't bother about copying this API because I would be revoking the access to this. Now I would select the GPT-16, GPT 3.5 with the 16K model because it would allow me to create really lengthy articles without having to go through the token exceeding errors, right? Obviously, but you can go with the other models that we have at this moment, but I would recommend going with the 16K model. In the system message, what you need to do is you need to instruct the ChatGPT to write certain content. I would go with something like this. Prompt would be this. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm providing the instruction for ChatGPT to keep this in the use it as a system message, and in the prompt I'm asking it to write a content, but I'm not asking it to write generate the content right away, but I'm asking it to tell me you understand, right? So I would click on send request. Please ensure that you are providing the valid API token, else this would fail to continue. Once you click on send request, you would get a memory key, which is you would have to use this particular token, memory key to in order to continue this conversation. So I will show you how you can do that. Now again, search for Growthens APIs. Now search for continue the conversation. You connect the account. Once you do that, you would provide the API key again, because right now we don't really save the API tokens at this moment because due to security reasons we don't really save this. So you'd have to provide the key again and again in order to get the content. But don't worry about this because it's a pretty good option for you because we don't save tokens, API token. So it would mean that uh, uh, there would be no abuse for your API token. So in the memory key, I would map this particular memory key. In the prompt, I would provide this. What we are trying to do here is this is the entire prompt that I would want it to use. Instead of providing the entire prompt in a single API call, I'm trying to provide this in different seasons, so it would allow me to generate a extensive and detailed blog post. Now I would click on save and send request. Please do note that there is something that you would want to keep in mind. OpenAI generally respond back within a minute or two. So there is a chance that you would need to add a delay in between these actions. Right now, what I'm trying to do here is these are pretty simple prompts. So it would mean that response will be pretty quick. But if you are generating advanced or some kind of a text that would take a time, so I would recommend you to add a delay in between. Now chat has been continued. So what I need to do is I would continue the season again by providing this prompt again. This is pretty much how you can use it. I'm just showing you the example of how you can continue the season with the different prompts for this particular system message. Again, I would need to provide the API key. I would provide the memory key again because I would want to continue the same season. In the prompt, I would simply take this prompt based on the point industry session you generated. Write a well-detailed blog section for each of the industry. Now again, I would make a request to the ChatGPT. Now chat has been continued. So what I need to do is I would again continue this with this. There is other prompt that I would want to continue. Again, search for the Growthens APIs. Again, I think you get the idea, so I don't have to explain each of this. I will just make this quick. Or map the memory key again and or provide the prompt again. Now we are following this entire conversation under one season only. So it would mean that it would work in a similar way where you'd prompt the initial message, this particular initial message in the first message. Then you would ask it to generate industry some other content in the next season, right? So it would work similar to what you would use with the ChatGPT at this moment. So I would send the request again. No, no, no. What I needed, I would need to get the content of all this because we are simply generating the content. So it would mean that we need to get the content of this. There is an action called get the conversation. So you would need to use that in order to get the entire content of this particular season. So I would search for get the conversation. So this would mean that we have three API endpoints at this moment. It would mean that we have API that would allow you to start the conversation. The second API is to continue the conversation, and the third API is to get the conversation. Now I would need to map the memory key again. If I do that and send the request, I would get the memory and the entire content of this prompt. So let me make a request. That's it. If you look at this, we have used 1911 tokens and we are using GPT 3.5 16K model, and the last memory of the role is assistant, which would simply mean that this is the chat GPT, and the last memory of the content is this. You can see here we have a blog post. Wait, something is wrong here. I'm not sure what is happening here. But yeah, this is how this is how it would look like. So you have the entire blog post generated using the season model. So and you can also get the entire system memory. You can see here you would be able to get the entire memory, so you'd be able to go through it and or save this in somewhere where you can analyze it later, right? But if you look at this is the entire blog post which is generated using a feature called memory key, where you would prompt with the multiple multiple messages it would using same season. So in a similar way, this is how it would work. I would send the message over here, and the second message would be this, right? Which would mean that we are continuing this particular season by sending the multiple messages. If you look at this, we are continuing the same season. Now I'm sending this again. We are doing this exact method using the PabblyConnect. So it would mean that we would be able to generate the content using this memory key, following the same season. So this would change the entire way of how you use the ChatGPT with the PabblyConnect, and this would probably change the way you are using the ChatGPT with your workflows. I hope this video helps, and if you have any questions, please do let me know. I was thinking this will be less than 5 minutes, but yeah, this is 10 minutes video. I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And I'm more than happy to help. On a side note, please do note that this API will be available for free when we want user to have access to this for free. But please do note that don't abuse the APIs, because it would mean that we would have to limit the entire users just because of one abuser. So we assume that we trust the users, and we hope that people don't abuse the API. Although we do have limitation at our end with the rate limiting, but we do hope that people don't abuse the limitations, and we hope that this would allow others to use without any restrictions. I hope this would help, and please do let me know if you have any questions.